Hello, Scorpios, and welcome to your reading for September 2021 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your monthly readings, general reading. So, as I always say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, as I always say, check your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a more complete picture for you based on your personal chart. And with that, we'll get started here with your reading. I have some oracle cards I've pulled out for you, and then we will move to some tarot cards. So we have the Sea Serpent from the Animal Spirit deck. I like this card. It has a very loving, motherly energy to it. It has a healing energy. It's healing emotional wounds and then expressing one's desires. But it has a that it's associated with the sacral chakra, which, if you don't know, is in the pelvic area of your body, just above the root chakra. And so it also has that's why, it kind of reminds me in that sense of the Empress, like that mother energy, wrapping herself around us with protection and support and love. And we learn through this to express our true natures. Um, there's an essence of a balance with this energy of this card, expressing ourselves creatively, sexually, without fear or shame, um, knowing what we desire most in our hearts. We're at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We stop with the self judgments and we let ourselves um, forgive and be forgiven and heal our wounds. So that is the energy there with that sea serpent, healing and creative and expression of our desires. We also have malachite here, time to transform. So you're going through a transformation here. We have the bardo, which is sort of like a limbo state between life and death, between the our consciousness, our subconscious, and our higher consciousness. Um, it's sort of in that in between space. So you're transforming, but right now you're kind of in that in between space and coming into a new awareness. So that's part of that transformation in that card. It's also about healing as well. So in that in between space, healing things along with the sea serpent here and transforming here with the malachite. And you're asking yourself why with some things. So that's part of that healing too. Is this card I think of like triggers. I think of when you're sitting there and you're getting triggered by something and you're feeling it deep and you're asking yourself, oh, why is that really hitting me like that? A song, something you hear, somebody says something to you, that's to them is harmless. They're not trying to, hurt your feelings, but you get triggered because you have something inside that needs healing. And sometimes we think that we have healed something emotionally, and then we get triggered and we realize we didn't, and we still have work to do on that. So we're healing with that serpent, we're transforming here, we're in between here. This also indicates a pause, like a pause in your life. This can actually indicate like I say a lot with that Four of Swords card, where you need rest, or you could be even recuperating from some kind of illness at this point in time. So there's like a pause in your life where you're taking a rest in some way, healing. And then I pulled this card. Before I pulled the Serpent, I pulled this one first and the others. And when I looked at it, all I could think of was healing. Because it's like these healing hands are on this person. And if you look, I don't know if you can see, but if you look in the background, it looks like two faces. They actually look like doctors and scrubs. They actually look like they're wearing masks and little doctor hats there, scrubs. And so this could indicate that you've, again, been dealing with some kind of illness, or you've had some kind of surgery or something like that recently, and now you're in the recovery. I'm not predicting illness for you. I'm not predicting anything like that. I'm saying you're in recovery of something, whether it's a physical thing or an emotional thing. It's a recovery, and I feel these healing hands on you, giving you that healing energies. So it indicates to me a healing process of some sort, and that goes along with your Serpent card, transformation, and the why card, because you're asking why you're reacting or responding to certain things in certain ways. I'm going to leave this one up here, put that there, and leave that healing energy there for you guys. Now we're going to pull some tarot here. So we have the High Priestess, the Moon, Three of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So we might be, well, let's see, we're like I said, we're going into that higher consciousness, so in a way. So there's that High Priestess with that, she's between the dark and the light. She's in between those two things. So that's where you're at, that bardo in between thing. But you're rising up into that higher awareness, higher consciousness. Of course, we know the High Priestess is very intuitive, highly intuitive. So you may be feeling highly intuitive at this time as well, Scorpio. You have the Moon and the Three of Wands there. I feel like you may be like having to face some fears, facing your fears. We're also between these two pillars here in this card too, which I find interesting. I see you standing between a lot of pillars here, like you're in the middle of something. I'm getting for some of you. Facing your fears is what I want to say. Maybe you're feeling a pull in a certain direction in your life right now. You do have the Three of Wands there, where you're looking out to the future and making plans for the future. You have the Nine of Swords, which is that determined energy to move forward and move through something quickly and with a lot of energy. So that's pretty fierce. There's a lot of wind in this card. The trees are blowing. I mean, there's like this forceful kind of energy with that card of determination, and he's not going to retreat. He's going to keep moving forward. There's no retreating with the Knight of Swords. He's in full charge, full speed ahead there. Okay. You do have that Five of Swords, which is that cleaning up the battlefield after the war, after the battle. So you've been through some battles here, Scorpio. It's over. We're cleaning up that battlefield, and this has a energy of how having lost that battle, not having won that battle. Also, there's an energy here of being let down, feeling abandoned, or people not coming through for you that you thought had your back, feeling betrayed in some way, or just not supported in some way by people or organizations or things that you thought had your back. So there's that energy too. And with that, we have the Eight of Cups, and we're going to walk away from some of those things, and we're going to leave some things behind us here, Scorpio, in September, that are not serving us well. not fulfilling those. Maybe has to do with some of those people you thought had your back. You'll be walking away, moving away from some organization, people, place, situation that is not working, didn't work, and moving forward into something else. You're determined in some way here. Remember to move forward. So we have that energy there. I'm going to pull some more cards for you, Scorpio. You're healing. You're feeling somewhat defeated in some way, but you're going to move away from that. You do have that. You are coming into a new awareness. And look, see what comes out? I was just saying that staying up at night, feeling stressed, worrying, nightmares, bad dreams, that kind of thing going on. So you've got some of that going on here. And I feel like we're going to get some kind of clarity in some of that situation. And I feel like we are going to tackle some of those fears, clear some of those away. And we have the sun when I here with that looking into the future card. So that's good. Because the sun's shining on that. So you may be making some plans, once you've walked away or once you've decided you're walking away from this stuff and accepting that this battle is over and done with, then you'll be making those plans, moving into the future, and the sun's shining on you there, Scorpio. So better days ahead is what I'm seeing here with that. So that's good. So stop worrying so much about whatever you are worrying about and trust your intuition. Now look what comes out. You have the Six of Wands on with that Knight of Swords. So you're getting determined to do something, and you're going to move forward on that. And it's you got the sun there. You're making plans. You're moving forward with that Knight with force, with a lot of energy, and you're triumphant over something here. You're courageous and bold, and you're coming out here with some sort of victory. So even though you may have lost this situation, you're going to win in some other way. You're going to triumph over that and let that go is what I'm seeing for you guys, Scorpio. So there you go. Yeah, you're reassessing, reevaluating that situation and coming to that conclusion and acceptance of it. And then you're going to move forward here on something, looking at where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. So we have that Eight of Cups walking away from something there, and whoops, we have the Emperor. So getting things back into control, getting more control in your life, in your plans, in where you're headed. Again, being like, it's a very masculine energy, getting things done, taking actions, and getting things, being the master of your domain there. Okay, so being in control of yourself and your life there. In the coming, in September here, as we move through this healing, move away from things that aren't serving us, and start moving into something that's more fulfilling or more in control the way we want it to be. Getting more clarity here, that King. I see you getting clear on things, and I want to say with that, with that Bardo card, and you had that Y card there, you're going to get clear on some of those Ys, and then you'll be able to heal that, deal with that, and move forward on that. You are transforming here again. So there you have it. You are healing too. Oh. Yeah, this one comes out here. The Ten of Swords. So there's that. Like I was saying, maybe some feelings of betrayal and stuff, and grieving that, and painful realizations in some ways. But we're getting into that, You know, we do that shadow work. We get into that stuff. It can be painful, but then it's a 10. So we're at the completion of it. We're going to heal that and get up off that ground, move into that sun and that future with that sun card and that 3 of Wands, working together with someone else. So you could be including someone else or others in your plans there for the future as we move in and make those plans. And that's everyone cooperating together with each other. You have the Hangman there. So again, you're observing, you're looking, you're getting enlightened on something, you're coming into a new awareness there also by those observations you're making. Scorpios, working, you're reassessing that, like I said, and starting over in some way and working, you know, to improve your situation there, bring it into a more satisfying situation for yourself. And you looks like you will, because you got the 9 of Pentacles. So that's you reaping the benefits of that hard work that comes out on your Emperor card there. So getting things back in order, walking away from what you don't want to be in, things that aren't working for you, getting things in control and together, and enjoying and reaping the benefits of this work and all of this here, this work, these observations. So there's a positive outcome in that eventually. Feeling more passionate, creative. I told you had that you had that sea serpent too, with that creative energy as well, and desires, and knowing yourself and knowing how to express yourself, and what your desires are and that sort of thing. Then you get the 7 of Swords. Now that's that card of, that could mean there's some kind of, not dealing the cards off the top of the deck, someone not being up front and giving you information, or you could be actually feeling like you're in a situation here, some of you, where you are not able to be completely 100% honest in order to protect yourself in a situation. You may have to hold on, hold some things back, not divulge a lot of information in order for protecting yourself in some way. Unfortunately, sometimes we get in situations where that's a necessity. We can't be completely honest, because if we are, we can really put ourselves in a bad situation, and that is there for you also. But then you have the Ace of Swords, where we're getting clear on something, maybe getting some new ideas about some things, looking at things in a new way, in a new way of processing, and reaching new conclusions, different conclusions to things. We have that Hangman who's, coming into that awareness. So I feel like we're cutting through some of that, some of the bull. And then again, if this is someone else being that way with you, you can see through it. You'll be able to see through someone else, not being on the up and up with you too. So there's also that energy there for Scorpio. So we're healing, we're in limbo in some way, we're having a pause, we may be recovering in some way, in mind, body, soul, and the devil comes out now. It's Capricorn energy, maybe dealing with a Capricorn. There is that devil. So, the devil is a bondage kind of thing. It's being trapped in a situation. So, again, I want to say with that Bardo, that's kind of between, like I said, you're moving between two different things here. So, Perhaps you're still in some ways feeling trapped or stuck with that devil. You may have some bad habits and things you need to release. Maybe you need to walk away from some of those. This sword energy is helping you to get clear on that. This healing energy, the asking why energy, the transforming energy. So I feel like we're going to take those swords and cut through that, cut those chains off and free ourselves. And then we get the Empress. So there you go. I mentioned the Empress before with the Sea Serpent card, and here she is, fertile. And she comes out here with that Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor and the Empress, and that walking away from things that no longer serve us. Wow, it just started pouring rain outside. um, Cleansing rain for you, Scorpios. The Empress, giving birth to new things, love, nurturing, caring for yourself. So we're healing, we're doing some shadow work, we're in between some things, we're reaching a higher consciousness. We are dealing with some situation perhaps where we're not able to be completely honest to protect ourselves in some way, but we're coming through that. We're going to release those bonds from that devil. You have to make that effort, but you do have all that energy here to help you do that. So we're releasing ourselves from something we feel stuck. There is a waiting period here. There is a pause. There are some things that need healing, and you're doing that, and you're going to move into with determination and make some plans and move into uh, the sunshine there with the Three of Wands and the Sun and that Three of Pentacles. So you're moving away from, you're sort of in the middle here is what I want to say, kind of a limbo-y place, but you're moving in the right direction in this situation. So hang in there, you're moving in the right direction. And now it's thundering out. I don't know if you can hear that. But so that is your reading for September, Scorpio. I hope it resonates and gives you some insight into what's going on with you guys for the month of September. So take care and blessed be, Scorpios.